Hello. You'll notice a little snooky thing going on right now. And, I just did it for fun. Not, I probably would not actually go out with my hair like this. But, while I hate Jersey Shore and think that they make us New Jerseyans look trashy, I do think Snooki's hair is fire. You may want to fist pump me in my face for saying that. But hey, it's the truth. Okay, kids, it's story time. I've gotten this question a lot. What got you into mods? What got you so deep into mods? And I want to say that the answer is easy. Like, how I got into it is an easy answer. Why I latched onto it so quickly, I'm not really sure. But I'll tell you the story. It all started in high school. My sophomore year, I started listening to rock music, hardcore music, all that kind of good stuff. I can remember listening to Escape the Fate and Taking Back Sunday, which I still like them. But I started listening to them, and a lot of other bands, and with that, you see a lot of tattoos. The band members have a lot of tattoos. They have, body piercings and all that other stuff. And I would look at it and be like, shit's fire, son. Shit's fire. I want that. I want that. So I would just, I looked at it and it was just, I thought it was just the coolest shit. And I'm just like, I want to do that. How do they do that? I was fascinated. So I started reading up on, body piercing and tattoos and everything, which is when I discovered BME. So, I decided, I want some of my own piercings too. So I went to my mom and I said, Mom, I want to get my nose pierced. And of course she said no. So I told her straight up, I was like, if you don't let me get it professionally, I'm going to do it myself. And that's exactly what I did. Before I even start, I don't want anyone to give me shit about this because I've got enough shit for it already. I was young. I was 15. I didn't know anything about mods. I didn't know anything. But pretty much that's when I pierced my right nostril, which I still have to this day. I took a sewing pin from my mom's sewing kit. It wasn't the one with the yellow ball on it. It wasn't the one with the hole in it. It was the one with the little flat disc thing on it. And I took that, I washed it. I don't believe I'm telling people. I washed it with soap and water and I burned it. And I iced my nose, which back then I didn't know that icing actually made stuff harder to pierce. Just like putting it in the freezer pretty much. And I shoved the pin through my nose. And it took me 2 hours. I can remember hearing the pin pop through layers of the cartilage. It was like every time I would push, it'd be like pop, pop, pop. It was disgusting. But that was my first mod, and what I did was I took a pair of scissors and I cut the pin, the sharp part off the pin, and then I took this scissors and I bent it into like a L shape thing, and that was my jewelry. I would never try that shit again, by the way. I've learned and I've grown since then, so don't give me too much shit for it. It was like fucking 4 years ago, so So that was my first mod, and I remember looking in the mirror, and I was so tired. My adrenaline was just like full blast, and I just remember looking in the mirror, and I was just like, whoa. And I shit you not, this a feeling of just, I can't even, trying to figure out how to describe a feeling of just, I can't even like give you a word. It was just like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not even lying. It felt so right. It was ridiculous. And I don't even know. It it just felt like the right thing that I was supposed to be doing. And from there it just escalated, and I got into body piercing. Then that in 2007 is when I started stretching my ears, and I think I started stretching my septum in 2000. No, it was 2008. I think I started stretching my septum. But piercing, stretching, graduated into scarification. I actually did my first scarification before I got my first tattoo. Tattooing, and now I'm getting into dermal punching. And the reason why I got into it was obviously because I saw it and I liked it. But why I latched onto it so quick, I'm not really sure. It could be that I'm an adrenaline junkie. It could be I'm channeling some kind of ancestral, I'm not even sure if that's a word, like my ancestors in Africa, or perform body modifications or something. I'm not really sure why it felt like the right thing to do. All I know is that it's the right thing to do. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. I pretty much really just I dove right into it. Like I started stretching in 2007, and by 2008 I had, my lobes are an inch, and I started stretching my septum. Like, I just kind of just went full, I just threw all the chips in there and just started just doing all this shit. And I don't regret it at all. I really don't. I made a decision to modify my body really young. I was I was 16, and I have yet to regret that decision, and I think it's the right one for me. I do plan to be old and modified. I get that all the time. Oh, what are you gonna do when you're old? I'm gonna be old and modified. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not going to regret this when I'm older. I'm not even gonna say I don't think I will. I know I won't, because shit feels too right to be wrong, pretty much. I have a lot of people say that oh, you're fucking your face up, and you're fucking yourself up, and that looks terrible, and all that shit. And personally, I just think that body modification has really, it's enlightened and enriched my life. I feel really connected with myself, physically, mentally, spiritually. I feel more comfortable with myself, and I feel very in tune, I'll say. And this is a lifestyle. I don't even think I chose it. I think it chose me. That sounds really corny, but that's how I feel about it. So yeah. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.